Hey, what's up, guys? This is Martin here from Rib Kodiak, coming to you once again from the beautiful nature here in Eastern Europe. So I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna reveal to you guys the easiest and the simplest test that you can do on whether your friends are real or not, okay? Whether you have real or fake friends. And this test has basically never disappointed me. It's been proven to be true in basically every single case. When I had some suspicions or when I was questioning my friends, okay? It has never failed me. And I've already made videos about this in the past, so I don't want to rant too much about this. But try this little test out. You know, people's actions never lie. People can be really fake and superficial with their words and what they're telling you. Both men and women, it goes for both genders. But their actions never lie. People's actions will always uncover the real truth, okay? So, what is the test, you might ask? Well, here it is. Whenever you're going through a bad time yourself, call one of your friends or have a little chat with them on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, doesn't matter. And tell them about your problems. Tell them about your struggles, about the pain you're going through, about your adversities, your failures, your setbacks, okay? Maybe you've, failed a business. Maybe you've gone through a broken relationship. Maybe, maybe you go bankrupt, okay? And you need a place to stay. Or maybe maybe your car broke down in the middle of the street and you need some assistance, some guidance. Like, whatever you're going through, tell them about your problems and observe and watch their response, okay? Because it will tell you everything that you need to know. If they treat it as it's nothing, if they don't offer you any type of assistance or help, if they don't give you any type of sympathy, if they don't reach out and actually ask you questions once you start talking to them, like let's say a day or two or a week after that initial conversation, and they show no curiosity, then they're not your friends. They're not your friends. Because real friends will care for you. Even when you're going through your worst times, they will be there for you. But fake friends, they will disappear. Like some dust, basically. And this can hurt a lot of people, but it's true. Most people that you know are not your friends. Most people that you hang around, like at your job, at school, at the bar, at the sports club, it doesn't matter. They're not your friends. The people that you're drinking with, the people that you're smoking with, the people that you go do drugs with, they're not your friends. You guys are just obsessed with the same drug. But they're not your friends. Period. You think they are because you guys have a similar interest, obviously. You want to do the same things. You want to collaborate, right? You want to have that little feeling of brotherhood, right? It's like a little fraternity for you guys. But it's not real. As soon as you remove that drug, they're no longer your friends. Because real friends will stand up for you. They will care for you. No matter what you're going through. Like, let's say you're going through a bad time, okay? And you need a place to stay. Okay, call one of your friends and ask them if they have, let's say a room for you. If they know anyone who can, give you a room or a place to stay. If they don't come up with any suggestions, if they don't, really take some initiative and help you out, they're not your friends. And they're not, man. They are not your friends. Because it's very easy to have friends when you're succeeding, when you're going towards the stars, right? You're making money. You have the banging body. You have the clout. You have the social status. You go on cool trips. Obviously, they all want to join, right? This is not just true for women, or for men, excuse me, for your friends, but for women too, or your partners. If they're not willing to stay with you when you're going through worst times, they're not your fucking girl. They're not your man. Because real, honest, loyal people will always be there for you. And a prime example of this are my parents. I love my parents to death, even though they've gone through some bad experiences. I mean, my dad grew up in a little bit of fucked up, environment. Same thing with my mom. She was in a very religious family, and it kind of, destroyed her childhood, basically. But they're still together. And they've been with each other for almost 30 years. So shout out to you, moms and pops. I love you. But my mom especially, my mom is a prime example of this. I love my mom. She's so loyal to him. I actually asked her this question. Over the span of, let's say, 30 years, have you ever thought about any man? And she was like, no, never. Dad was the only man that I really loved. And bro, that melted my heart when I heard that. They're still together. And that's how you can know if someone is your real friend. They'll stick with you. They'll be there for you. And a real friend will also acknowledge your weaknesses. He will tell you about your strengths, obviously. This is not just to flatter you or to boost your ego. Obviously, they're going to do that. But they're going to point out your weak points to you. They're going to tell you about your weaknesses. It's for your own good, and you may hate them for that. You may have some sort of... you may hold a grudge against them because they hurt you in a way in the past, because they told you something that you didn't want to hear. But if they had some real intentions behind it, they were your friend. And like with your parents, man, I've already said this in one of my reels or my YouTube shorts, that your parents are basically probably the only people who will always care for you, especially when you're going through a bad time. Or maybe your wife or girlfriend, if she's like super loyal to you. But man, these are rare. So this little test, just ask them if you're going through a bad time, or come up with something imaginary and ask them, hey, can you help me, man? Can you lend me some money? I need $100. I need, a place to stay for at least a week. I have to go to this little place. Can you offer me any type of transport? Can you pick me up? If they're not willing to go out their way to help you out and give you a little lift, bro, they're not your friends. Really. They're not. And man, this is one of the most brutal realities about life. It's a very dark message, but it has to be said. And I'm glad that I've gone through this myself at a pretty young age. I'm still in my 20s, mid-20s now. And because I've gone through a lot of shit, especially during this year. I had so much fucked up shit that happened in my life. And the worst times in this year have revealed the worst friends, the fake friends. And bro, that's just how it is. You have to live with it. And especially since I started working on myself, since I started being on this little personal development grind, which has been for like 7 years now. I started when I was 18. I actually lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people who I thought were my friends. And actually, accidentally or coincidentally, depending on how you want to define it, yesterday I was actually going through some old chats on Facebook, because I used to be in all these Facebook groups when I was younger, when I was still in high school, middle school. And I was just scrolling through the little chats. And bro, I was so naive back then. I was so dumb. I don't know why. And now I know why they were actually, they wanted to be my friend. Because, I used to have some money. My mom's always used to give me, a couple bucks here and there, just so I could pay for some groceries, some sweets, because I used to eat a lot of sugar when I was younger. Some chocolate buns, some Pepsi. And, these people that I used to hang with, especially in middle school, they just wanted to use me for money. They gave me attention. They were really kind to me. They were showing me like fake love. They were like, "Hey, bro, you're cool. I love you, bro. We're bros for forever, man." But that wasn't the case. As soon as I stopped doing these things, bro, they disappeared. And they never invited me to places, never. That was like the first thing that I always thought of when I started when I started questioning myself. They never invited me to places. Like one of my old buddies, he used to play football with me. He told me one time, "Bro, you have to stop hanging with Eric if you want to be with us." Eric used to be a good friend of mine when I was younger. We used to play Star Wars. We used to play a lot of Lego video games. Man, he was a good friend of mine at the time because we had common interests, obviously. And I remember I always thought it was weird. Like, why would you judge someone? Why would you cross someone out just because someone has a different friend? Someone has a different vibe to yours? Like, why would you do that? Why would you eliminate him from the group? Because he's different than you. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because I was weird, I don't know. But this was back in Scandinavia, in Norway, because I'm Polish. I'm half Polish, half Norwegian now. And they always used to laugh at me because of my last name. My last name is Zabrowski, or Zabrowski in Polish. And those are actually some of my worst times when I think of them. But you know what? These bad times helped me become a better person. I embrace these moments, these terrible moments in my life. They've helped me become a better man. And now, I no longer give a shit about them. All the people I used to hang with back when I was 12, 14, 15, 16 years old, all of them have gone down. All of them have been, all of them are addicted to like alcohol, smoking. They all work their shitty 9-to-5 jobs. They've gained some weight. They have a little jug in their belly now. And bro, I've improved. I've said this in one of my old videos. I had this one girl that came up to my brother at the gym a couple of years ago, and she straight up told him, "Bro, like, Patrick, your brother has surpassed every single one of his old friends. Every single one of them." And that was one of the best compliments I've ever heard. So, thank you. Vilde, if you're watching this. But that was it. And this is, obviously I'm bragging a little bit here, right? I'm jerking myself off here. But this is just to prove to you guys. When you're on this grind of becoming better, people will hate on you. People will leave you because you got better and you make them feel insecure. This is probably one of the hardest aspects of becoming a more successful man or woman, is that your old friends will leave you behind, or they will be left behind because they can either grow with you or they can stay in the same spot. They have to pick, and it would. And depending on which path they choose, it's gonna reveal your true friends. But I'm happy with it. I'm not being bitter about this fact. I'm not being emotional. I'm not being sad about this because I've been discriminated and I've been laughed at for being Polish in Scandinavia. But it has helped me become better. I've gotten a thick skin from it. And I've embraced all those moments, man. I didn't think of it too much at the time because I was so obsessed with video games and with not with Minecraft, with Roblox and all that shit. But those were some of my best experiences. So, again, how do you know if your friends are real or not? Real friends will acknowledge your accomplishments. They will compliment you. "Bro, you did a great job. Congrats on getting that fucking amazing body. Congrats on getting that amazing wife. Congrats on pulling that bad bitch. Congratulations on buying that new Mercedes-Benz. Congratulations on, making $1 million. Doesn't matter what it is. But your fake friends, your not true friends, they will tell this to you, man. Like, if you come up to them with some sort of accomplishment, or you got a big success, you have a big win, they're gonna be like, hey, it's not that big of a win. A lot of people make $1 million. Who do you think you are? Stay grounded. Oh man, she's not that pretty. You pulled a bad bitch. I mean, she's not that pretty. A lot of men have bad bitches. Stop bragging about yourself. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Or they won't say anything at all. If they don't say anything, if they're neutral about your successes, bro, they're not your friends because they're negative. People can either go with you or they will still stay behind. And as much as it hurts, it is true. So you have to find your real friends. That's why a lot of successful people are lonely. Or they have a very, very tight, small social circle. That's why. So your bad times will reveal your true friends. Because when it's going good for you, when you're going through really amazing times, when you're thriving, then everyone wants to join on the ride. Everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon, right? But your bad times will always expose your fake friends and your real friends too. If they offer you any type of help when you're going through a bad time, they're your friends. If they offer you any type of solutions, if they go out their way and try to look for help, they contact other people so they can reach out to you, man, they're your friends, they're your bros, they're your dogs, they're your G's. But if not, and it is just the way it is. It's a sad reality. So thank you so much for watching. This was a little bit of an emotional message from my side, but it had to be said. So thank you so much, and I wish you guys a wonderful, exciting, blissful day. Stay strong.